First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well, and peace, love, and salutations, and safety to the hopeful elect. Alright, today I'm going to go into the destruction of Babylon the Great, so-called America, which is prophesied in the Bible. Okay, I'm going to start with 2nd Ezra. Second Ezra 7, verse 7. And it says, this is speaking about the kingdom of heaven and the times that we're going into right now. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water. Okay? So in these times to come, it's going to be hard for you to get in the kingdom of heaven, man. The only way for you to get into the kingdom of heaven, man, to be saved, all right, is to be beamed up into the chariots, man, okay? Stocking up on food, saving ammunition, buying all these Glocks, all these guns, man. That's not going to get you saved, man, all right? That's not going to save you, because anybody can break into your house and take all the things that you stocked up on, man, all right? Because the dollar's about to crash here soon. Okay, and when the dollar crashes, what are you gonna have, man? Okay, all you're gonna have is your necessities. Okay, like your food, water, and fire and shelter. All of that. Okay. We're going into some evil times. Okay. Let me get this. Psalms 91. This is Psalms 91 and 7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Okay? The day of the Lord is going to be a lot of bloodshed, man. It's going to be darkness and not light. Okay? But to the elect, the prophets, to his beloved, the men who were, the believers in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua and not Jesus, all right? Because that's a title, man, all right? That's a false name, okay? The Lord's name is not Jesus, and the Father's name is not God, all right? Those are titles, all right? Those aren't names, okay? True names is Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, okay? And those who don't believe in that, all right, is going to be part of, is going to be 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Okay? So there's going to be a lot of people dying here soon, man. And what are people doing? Living it up as if this place is going to continue much longer. Okay? Get this, Jeremiah 25 and 33. And the slain of the Lord, or who's going to be slain by the Lord, all right? These wicked people, man. All right, if you're going against the ways of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, all right, committing adultery, sinning, all right, you can be slain by the Lord, man. And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day. And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end to the earth, even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground. Okay? So this can be slain There can be dead people all over the world, man. Okay? Thus saith the Lord. Alright, let me get this. This is Romans. Romans 9:27. Romans chapter 9:27. Esaias also crieth concerning Israel, though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant. Alright. How much is a remnant? Few, man. A remnant shall be saved. Okay? So knowing that, man, what should you what kind of mindset should you be in right now, man? Alright, a humble mindset, man. Alright? Shouldn't be, giving into much wickedness, man. Okay? Only a remnant shall be saved in these times to come. Alright? Because only a remnant, or only a few people out here in this multitude of wickedness, man, are following after the ways of the Lord, are hearkening to the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? Let me read that again. Esaias also crieth concerning Israel. Who's Israel? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Not those people in Israel right now. Okay? That's the synagogue of Satan, man. Alright, Esaias also crieth concerning Israel, though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea. Okay? Because there's a lot of Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, so-called, on earth, man. Alright? Be as the sand of the sea. A remnant shall be saved. Alright? 144,000 people out of how many people are on earth? That's a remnant, man. That's not a lot of people compared to how many people are on earth, man. How many people are in America? Alright? Because all this destruction, most of this destruction is going to be directed towards America. Okay? These nuclear missiles. Alright? The chariots coming from out of the clouds, man, from the sky. Okay? Alright, this is 2 Esdras 8:1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High hath made this world for many. The Most High had made this world for many, but the world to come for few. Okay? Knowing that, man, it just proves, man, only a remnant is going to be saved, man. These scriptures back themselves up, man. Okay? Also, that also proves that, there's not going to be an end to the world ever, man. Okay? This world is always going to be here. Okay? It's just the end. When it speaks about the end of the world, it's the end of this kingdom, man. The end of America, this system, man. Okay? And he answered me, saying, the Most High hath made this world for many, but the world to come for few. Okay? So only a few people are going to enter in the kingdom of heaven, man. A remnant, okay? Are going to be beamed up into those chariots, man. Alright? And I'm going to get that later, man. Okay? I was going to say something to that man, but they're speaking in another language, so I'm like, nah. Let me just leave it be. 1 Peter. This is 1 Peter 4:18.
Yeah, I got two better.
1 Peter chapter 4, verse 18.
My bad.
First Peter chapter 4 and 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Okay? If the righteous scarcely be saved, what about the sinner, man? None of the sinners are gonna live, man. All right. And how much are the righteous? A remnant, man. Okay. So everybody else is gonna die, man. Get burnt up, get killed, get eaten up, get slaughtered. Okay. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Okay? What do you think, man? They're going to be burnt up. Okay? Get killed. Get slaughtered, man. Alright? Eaten up by teeth of wild beasts. Alright? Let me get 2nd Ezra. Chapter 8. No. 2nd Ezra 16 and 22. (16 and 22). This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Okay? They don't teach you this in these churches, man. All right? Because the Lord doesn't dwell in churches made with hands. All right?
What are you doing, honey?
I'm preaching the scripture, the true scripture. Do you got a minute? Have you heard of the Israelites?
I have.
The Israelites? Do you know that? You guys are Israelites? You know what that is?
Explain it so the babies can hear.
The Israelites are the chosen people of the Lord. And the Lord, so-called Jesus, that was his real name. The true name is Yahweh. He looked like a so-called black man.
Absolutely.
What do they teach you out? What do they teach you in schools and churches?
White man, brunette, long, silky hair. Not sure. Where's your platform?
I'm on YouTube. It's not live.
Oh, okay.
It's
What's your channel?
Be strong in the Lord. It's not just the so-called black people. It's so-called Mexicans. And why am I saying so-called?
Absolutely.
It's not a
It's hate. Yes. Spread your message. I will. I remember that picture.
But there's many of us who do the same thing. He said, I learned from the man in GMS.
Okay.
I'm supposedly going for a guy in Wichita.
Okay.
I can see your face and yourself.
Okay.
Florida.
And y'all are all men?
Yeah. The scripture says this may be inflammatory, but women are supposed to be silent. Women are supposed to speak in church. But since you came up,
I appreciate that. You have a blessed day. We thank you for your knowledge.
hey, one more thing. The Lord's name, the Father's name is Yahweh, not God, and the Son's name is Yahweh Shah. And those are going to be important when these times come.
Thank you. I'm gonna look you up.
All right, where was I? Okay, 2nd Ezra, again, 16 and 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. Okay? And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Okay? So, you escape from one thing, escape from hunger, you're going to have to escape from the sword. All right? After that, okay? So in these times to come, it's going to be paramount that you know the names of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, like I told her, and that, you know, you're just chosen in general of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, right? The Lord is dealing with the chosen. Hi, how are you doing? Yeah, man, only a remnant is going to be saved. And the only way you can be saved out of these calamities, famine, the sword, the teeth of wild beasts, pestilences, the nukes, because the nukes are going to destroy all of America, man. Everything that you see around me, everything that you see around you, if you're in America, is going to be burnt up, man, okay? And so how are you going to be saved from that? Through a spiritual higher power, man, all right? By being beamed up into the so-called UFOs, the chariots, man, okay? The chariots of the Lord, okay? And I'm going to get into that later this lesson. But first, let me get this. This is Amos 5, verse 18 through 19. Amos 5, chapter 5 and 18. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. All right, because, you know, that rapture doctrine, all right, people aren't going to be raptured up before the tribulation. No, man. All right, that's false, man. All right, these Christians thinking that, you know, being raptured is what's going to happen. No, people aren't going to be raptured up, man. All right, and it's not going to be a lot of people being saved either, man. All right, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it to you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. Okay? I'm going to read that again. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. All right, destruction unto you who desire the day of the Lord, man. All right? And this is speaking to Christians, man. All right? Who think the Lord is all hugs and kisses, man. All right? Unicorns and rainbows, man. All right? Cotton candy and BS like that, man. All right, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. Why is that? All right, because the Lord is tired of these wicked people, man, in Babylon the Great, so-called America. All right, His people are in captivity still, man. All right, under, you know, working wage slave jobs. All right, in extreme debt, still strung out on drugs. All right, in the kingdom of heaven, people shouldn't be, you know, it says in the kingdom of heaven, roughly paraphrasing, there shall be no sickness, man. All right, no weeping. All right, but what's going on in this place, man? It says the wicked, and he said, when the wicked are in rulership, the people mourn. All right, how do you know the people are, the wicked are in rulership right now? People are mourning, man. All right, you know, people got masks on. You know, that's a sign of mourning, man. That's a sign of sickness. All right, when you're sick, you're mourning, man. Your body is mourning. All right, and people, everybody's wearing masks now. Yeah, it's dying down, but you know, just homeless out here. All right. So yeah, the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. All right. What does it mean by the day of the Lord? You know, His return, man. When He breaks the clouds, man. All right. And people don't want to believe in that because it's too far out for their mind to understand. Because the Lord blocked their mind to understand the mysteries of the kingdom, man. And some of the mysteries is what's going to happen when the Lord returns. All right, He's going to return as birds flying. All right, what is that talking about? You know, He's talking about the so-called UFOs, the chariots of the Lord breaking the clouds, man, coming out of the sky, revealing themselves, man. Okay, they're going to come as birds flying. All right. How, you know, when you see birds flying, they're you know, they're in the troop, man. They're in that V line, okay? That's how the Lord's coming, man. All right, either in a chariot, in a so-called UFO vehicle, or on top of one, man. You know, we'll see, man. It's gonna be glorious, man. Something that nobody, these worldly people can't imagine, man, because they're focused on BS, okay? Things on TV, the things on social media. All right, let me get this. Where was I? Oh, I forgot to get the next verse. All right, the next verse, Amos 5:19. All right, it's speaking about the day of the Lord and how it's going to be like, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. All right, so there's no escaping the destruction. All right, if you're destined for destruction when the Lord comes, man. All right, there's no escaping, man. All right, it says, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. All right, you escape, you escape the grasp of a lion, and then out of nowhere, a bear comes out of nowhere out of a tree, man, and it messes you up. All right, there's no escaping the destruction. All right, if you are destined for destruction in the day of, in the day of the Lord, man. Okay. So the only way that you could escape is through spiritual means, man, if you're chosen by the Lord, man. Okay? And leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him, all right? Thought you escaped from something, all right? You escaped from the famine, but then a sword came and killed you, man, all right? Or a pit bull comes out of nowhere and messes you up, okay? There's no escaping the wrath of the Lord, okay? Only through spiritual means, all right? Being beamed up into the chariots, all right? How you doing, man? Hey, man, you got a second? Can I say something to you, man?
Yeah.
You heard of the Israelites?
No.
You ever heard of the Israelites?
Sounds familiar. I mean,
The chosen people of God, so-called God?
Yeah.
You know those people in Israel right now? Those people currently here, those aren't the people of the Lord, man. What's your nationality, if I may ask?
Hispanic.
Same here, man.
Okay.
Latino. But we're the Lord's people, man. Not just the Hispanics, but the so-called Negroes, the blacks, Latinos, and the Native Americans, the Indians, all right, that you barely see out here anymore, man. But those are the chosen people, not those people in Israel right now. How do you know, or how do I know? It's because the land of Israel right now is desolate, man. All right, they have to import trees, man, into that place. All right, and also it says in the scriptures, when the wicked are in rulership, the people shall mourn. All right, well, what do you see out here in the world, man? All right, people sick, dying of COVID, people dying of this and that, people strung out on drugs. In the kingdom of heaven, it says there's not going to be no sickness, man. You know, people being sick and all that.
That's good.
Yeah, man.
All right. Thank you.
You have a good day, man. All right, I'm gonna get second Ezra, so I'm halfway through. Second Ezra 7:20. This is second Ezra 7:20. For there be many that perish in this life. How many? All right, not a lot, but many. For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise what? The law of Yahweh, so-called God, that is set before them. All right? People, you can find the Bible anywhere, man. You can hear the prophets on YouTube, man. All right? Everybody knows about the Israelites, man. Okay? So the law of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, the word of the Lord, the will of the Lord, man. What he wants you to do is set before you, man. Okay? The Bible has lasted the test of times, man. All right? But what? Because they despise the law of Yahweh that is set before them. All right? For there be many that perish in this life, not few, but many perish in this life because they despise the law of Yahweh, so-called God, that is set before them. All right. So you're gonna perish in these times to come. Why? Because you despise the law of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right. Committing adultery, smoking blunt still, knowingly, ignorantly, eating shrimp, crab, lobster, pork, man. Right? Eating bacon, ignorantly, man. Knowing that the Lord is not with that, and then you out here getting sick, getting cardiac arrest, getting heart attacks, man. Overweight. All right. Wondering what happened to me, man. What's going on? Well, you're despising the laws of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, so-called God, and all these bad things are coming to you, man. You're catching sickness, man. You're this and that. All right. Read that again. Read that again. 2 Ezra 7:20. For there be many that perish in this life. Why? Because they despise the law of Yahweh, so-called God, that is set before them. Okay? Does that not make sense to you? Okay? This is Revelations. This is speaking about the nuclear missiles, man. Revelations. America being nuked is in the Bible, man. Okay? And I'm going to get it right here. It's going to be 200 million missiles. Alright, Revelations 9:16. Revelations 9:16. And the number of the army of the horsemen, speaking about the nuclear missiles, were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions. All right, the sparks coming out of the missiles, man. Okay. All right, circular. When you see a lion's ahead, man, it looks like a nuclear. But yeah, man, you should get the gist, man. All right. And the heads of the horsemen were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. Okay. So that's the 200 million nuclear missiles coming to Babylon the Great. So you can't tell the man of the Lord that America's not going to be nuked, okay? About 200 million missiles, man, because the Lord said it, man. All right. And if you don't believe it, good riddance to you, man. That's to your own detriment. All right. What if some did not believe? Should the faith of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua be of none effect? God, Yahweh forbid. Okay? So you can live your life and do whatever you want in this life as if, just because you don't believe, man. Alright? Just because you don't believe doesn't mean America's not going to be nuked by 200 million missiles. Okay? Okay? So go ahead. Do your thing. See what happens to you. Alright? We're going to find out. Revelations 9. Nope. 2 Peter 3:10. Second Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. Alright? What's that great noise? These nuclear missiles, man, hitting this place. All right, it's not going to be a quiet thing. All right, when a nuke hits the grounds of somewheres, man. When a nuclear missile hits somewheres, it's not quiet. Okay. All right. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. To who? To those, to the wicked, man, who are not prepared, who are not preparing themselves. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements, all right, shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Okay? So everything that you see around you, man, all right, is going to be burnt up with fervent heat. All right? Recycled by nuclear fire, man. Nuclear missiles. Okay? look at this. 1 Corinthians 3:13. So, man, you got a second? Have a good one. This is 1 Corinthians 3:13. I'm going to read to 15. Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. Okay? This place is going to be burnt up by fire, man. And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. All right? So what are you doing in these times that we're in right now? All right? What are you doing, man? Are you repenting? Are you putting off your lusts, your desires, all right, your wicked ways? Or are you giving into your, all right? Are you giving into your wicked ways, man? All right? Still smoking even more, eating pork, eating more pork, man. All right? Forgetting Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Okay? It's gonna be judged by fire, man. By nuclear fuel, man. Nuclear fire, man. Okay? Next verse. Verse 14. If any man's work abide which if any man's work abide which he hath built. If any man's work abide which he hath built, thereupon he shall receive a reward. Okay? What's that reward? By being saved and entering into the kingdom of heaven, man. All right? Being beamed up to the chariots. That's true salvation. All right? People saying, I'm already saved. No, you're not, man. So we're still in hell, man. All right? You're still working 9 to 5. All right? You're still under a captivity. All right? Paying taxes, man. All right? You're still getting sick. All right? You're still sinning, man. All right? You're not saved yet. If you're an Israelite, forget the other heathen nations. All right? One way to know that you're in the kingdom of heaven is if you're sinning or not. If you're still sinning, you're not in the kingdom of heaven. All right? Shoot. Next verse, verse 15. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss. Okay? But he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. Okay? So yeah, man. Wicked 2/3 of Israel, even though you're gonna die the death, alright, the death by pain, alright, according to your works, you're still gonna enter in the kingdom of heaven, man. Alright? You're still gonna be in the kingdom of heaven. Everybody that you see and know, everybody's gonna make it into the kingdom of heaven, but are you gonna be in rulership? All right. What authority are you gonna be in, man? Okay. Hey, man, you got a second?
Huh?
You got a second? Hey, man. Yeah, have you heard of the Israelites?
Yeah, I have, but honestly, I don't know too much just history on them like that. But
Do you know those people in so-called Israel right now?
yeah,
They're not the Israelites.
they're not.
Nah, man. Do you know you're an Israelite? I'm an Israelite.
Really? I ain't know it like that.
So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, those are the true Israelites, man, according to the Bible.
See, yeah, and I've been learning a lot more about history and stuff like that. And
I mean, if you really want to know about history, the Bible, this is the true history.
see, and I grew up in the church and stuff, man. But honestly, like, I read a lot, so I've been like looking into more stuff, bro. And like, man, honestly, at this point, like, I believe that some parts of the Bible is true, but it's like, I feel like it's watered down because I feel like so many white men have been able to control it since the Holy Roman Empire. When all of that happened, I feel like it's been drained, man. Like why isn't there any black authors in the
Because it's not being taught by the men of the Lord. Who are the men of the Lord? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man.
True.
It says, how should I know? Roughly paraphrasing the scripture. How should I know if a man teach me? A man don't teach me.
Yeah.
But it's got to be a certain man, a man of the Lord.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm that man, but I'm saying there's a certain. Have you heard of the 144,000?
Nah, I haven't.
There's 144,000 men on this earth, all right, who got the truth. Okay? And I believe that the men of Great Millstone, all right, got the truth. Right? Because everything that they say, they back it up with scriptures. Everybody else, they can't back it up with scriptures.
But the thing is, with scriptures, you can look at them from one side or the other.
Yeah.
Same way they did with the slaves. And they used to teach the slaves, scripture, letting them know basically this was okay.
Yeah,
But then the other way,
But you got to know what's true and what's false, man.
Well, yeah, but I'm like, now I'm kind of backed up by science. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's like, I gotta see.
I used to be that same way, man.
It's like, what I'm saying? I believe, like, I'll look into other stuff and I'll be open to it and optimistic, but I want to see it kind of like, I need to be explained. I went too much growing up off of blind faith, and I feel like that's what kind of religion is based off of. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like that blind faith. You gotta just know. You know what I'm saying? And that don't always sit too well with me. I have questions. Like, I'm a person that questions everything.
Did you know the Lord said? Did you know the Lord has blinded 2/3 of His people, 2/3 of His so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans?
But why?
Because He doesn't
Why would
want
you do that? Why would the Lord do that?
Am I the Lord?
Well,
Are you
no,
the Lord?
no,
I mean, the
no,
Lord.
I'm just saying,
I mean,
but
like,
why?
do I like? Let's say, like, I like a certain food, man, but I don't like this kind of food.
Yeah.
The Lord's the same way. The Lord likes a certain people. And you know how the Lord says He doesn't like pork. It's an abomination to eat pork.
Yeah.
There's certain benefits to pork, but what does the Lord say? Thou shalt not eat the swine.
True. That's true.
Same with everybody else, man. Like, I like this and that. Well, why can't the Lord like a certain people, like a certain food, man?
But that don't make sense.
That's putting the Lord in a box, man.
But if the Lord likes a certain type of people, that wouldn't be right. If He made everybody.
Have you heard, roughly paraphrasing, our righteousness? I'm roughly paraphrasing the scripture.
Yeah.
Thus saith the Lord, our righteousness is like dirty rags compared to the Lord. So what we thought was what was cool. Like, I used to smoke all the time, man.
Yeah.
I thought that was healthy for me. It helped me build my muscle, helped me hoop better.
Yeah.
But what I thought was like dirty rags to the Lord, man.
But you don't think it's you? You don't think that power is in you as well, bro? That voice you hear inside that be telling you like the right stuff. You don't think that's you? I feel like we all have a God in us.
But who gave me that consciousness? Who came up with the concept of thought? Not me. The Lord,
True. But if God wanted us all to be one certain type of way, why wouldn't He just make us like that from the beginning, bro? And yes, it comes to the question of free will, but
there is no free will.
Well, there might not be, but but in the Bible it says it is though. So it's like that's another it's contradicting. You know what I'm saying?
What if I told you otherwise?
See, I gotta see something to back it up, because that's the thing. It's like I feel like at the end of the day we all are on a journey, but we don't know just yet. So it's like, who can actually say that there's a hell? Who can actually say there's a heaven? Who's been there to actually see it and come back and tell us?
There's no place underground where souls go eternally get tortured. There's no hell. We're in hell, man. Why? Because the Lord's chosen people are in captivity, man. We're still working these wage slave jobs.
Yeah.
We don't got the yoke on our neck no more, but we got that yoke. You know what I mean by yoke?
Yeah.
The bond, the chains is through debt, through we have children, but then our women are messing around and they get us convicted doing something else. We got these chains of darkness on us, man.
Yeah.
All right, we're in this flesh. We're not changed yet, man.
Yeah.
But
and I feel that, and I feel like we all just, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's all a journey. I feel like no one religion is right, and I feel like there is a God. I believe that there is a God.
Do you
because
believe
who made all this?
do you believe there's a truth or many truths? Because when
I
you go
think
into
that-
the word truth,
I think there's many. I think this world is like, and with that, honestly, I don't just have a definite, you know what I'm saying, answer, but I think this world is just kind of like, I think everybody like on their own journey, bro, at the end of the day. So I feel like I can't tell anyone else like their journey isn't, you know what I'm saying, living the right way, because who gave us the blueprint to actually live the right, and I'm like, the Bible, but
so-called God, man.
man, that stuff been watered down by so many white people. Like, you talk about the black and the western, but we believe in a white man's Bible.
Oh no, King James.
A white
King James,
man.
he wasn't a white man. He was a so-called black man.
King James was a white man,
No, he
man.
wasn't, man. I mean, you don't have to believe that, but he was a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah.
See, man, see, really, like I said,
And in those dark ages,
I'm good to look into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm down to like really like, you know what I'm saying? Because I like
actually
information.
I recommend you look up the Dark Ages, the so-called medieval times.
Yeah.
Why they're called Dark Ages, the Dark Ages of medieval times, is because the so-called black people ruled Europe at that time. You know.
And
then
hold on, what time frame was this though?
the medieval times.
Okay.
The Dark Ages, man. You know, the castles, all that in Europe. Those so-called black people. Have you heard of the iconoclasm, where they destroyed all the black images in Europe
Yeah.
of so-called Jesus being a black
See,
and
this
all
is
that?
the thing. The white man says that the world or people's history on this earth only goes back 6,000 years. I don't believe that.
Oh, it goes back.
It goes back. That's what I'm saying.
But it's not. The world isn't millions and millions. It's not a million years old. It's a couple thousand years, according to the scriptures. You know?
But how can you explain dinosaurs? You know what I'm saying? I believe this world is
Have you heard
millions
of
of years
you heard
old.
of Noah's flood?
Yeah, but
I mean, when you see the fossils, man, they're all plastered into the ground. They were all like flooded, man. Mud had to cover them instantly. You know, and how can you explain that by a big flash
but there
flood,
isn't.
man?
But there ain't been. But there isn't scientifically any flood that's ever shown. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like
Look,
I just like I believe, like, okay, I'll hear it, but I wanna be able to go back and back it up by science. Like, we know that there's a moon. We know that, you know what I'm saying, there's a sun and what that does, you know, but it's like,
let me get you this. I don't want to keep you hanging, but let me get you this.
oh, that's all good. Because I'm definitely up to always get more information, bro, and chop it up. Because like I said, I feel like, man, we all on a journey, bro, and like, shoot.
This is Hebrews 11:1. This is now faith is a substance of things hoped for, the evidence.
Yeah.
You know how you say you need proof.
Yeah.
You know all that. The evidence of things not seen. You know, well, we didn't see so-called. Me and you haven't seen so-called black people ruling in the Dark Ages.
True.
But it says now faith. You know, where do you find faith? You know, in the scriptures, through the spirit of so-called Jesus. I mean, so-called God and Jesus, which though their true names is Yahweh, the Father, and Jesus, his true name is Yahweh Shah. And what language does that come from? The ancient Paleo Hebrew. And how do we know? You know, that those are the true. You know, that's how you say their true names is by faith, man. And what's the evidence of that? By faith, man. Now, faith's the evidence of things hoped for. It's like it. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So, yeah, man.
Okay. Man, you got a number, bro? Like I said, because I'm always down to, like, you know what I'm saying, discuss it and stuff.
I'm on YouTube, man.
Okay, what's your YouTube?
I'm not live right now, but
Okay. What is it?
Let me show you. And I'm not the only man doing this. I may be the only man in Wichita, but there's men in Dallas, there's men in Kansas City,
Okay.
Florida, New York. Be strong, the Lord, 4-4. But yeah, man, I recommend you not just subscribe to me, but subscribe to the Men of Great Millstone, GMS. There's many YouTube accounts. salvation is?
Uh,
You know how people say, I'm already saved.
yeah.
No, you're not. I'm not even saved, you know?
So yeah, not yet, man. And like I said, man, I'm gonna look into it, bro, because I definitely want to learn more.
Let me tell you this. How are you going to be saved? How anybody's going to be saved is being beamed up into the chariots of the Lord. What I mean by chariots, you know, when these people say UFOs,
Yeah.
so-called flying UFO, you know,
Flying
unidentified.
saucers and
Yeah,
shit.
those are the Lord's chariots, His vehicles, man. You know, they're here one moment, then they're they beam.
Yeah.
They're unexplainable, man, because they're not from this world. They're from the spiritual realm, where the Lord dwells, where Yahweh Shah, so-called Jesus, he's at the right hand of so-called God, and he looks like a so-called black man. He's not a white man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, well, man, appreciate the info. I'm gonna definitely look into it, man. You stay up, bro.
Hey, you too, man. What was 2 Peter, I think 3:11, if I haven't got that yet. Okay, yeah, 2 Peter 3:11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? So let me do this. Ooh, don't fall. It's getting pretty windy out here. Alright. So yeah, once again, 2 Peter 3:11, seeing then all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation? Alright, knowing that everything's going to be dissolved and burnt up with fervent heat. This garment, my shoes, I'm not wearing this garment while I'm being beaten up, you know. Knowing that everything's going to be destroyed, what kind of person should you be, man? Alright? In all holy conversation. Alright? I'm gonna have to end this soon. Come back out here. Alright? So yeah, man. You know, you should be in a humble state, man. Alright? You should be humble, you know, a meek spirit. Alright? A spirit of meekness. Alright? So yeah, man, knowing that, you know, all these things, everything's gonna be burnt up, man. Alright? What should your mind be focused on? Alright, the Lord. How can I be saved? What does it mean to be saved? How do I be saved, man? Alright? How am I gonna escape this destruction? Alright? How am I gonna escape being burnt up, man? Alright? So yeah, let me get this. Ezekiel 21:9. Ezekiel 21:9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened and furbished. Alright? Death is coming, man. Alright? The Lord's preparing. Well, the Lord is already, He's already ready. Okay? Okay? Through Esau, man. Alright? Verse 10, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? Alright? Should we then be living it up here? Knowing that, you know, mass death is coming? No, man. It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. Okay? Proverbs 1 and 33. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 33. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely. Okay? Who shall return from their wicked ways? All right? Whoever gives up, the things of this world, all right? It shall be quiet from the fear of evil. Okay? But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from the fear of evil. All right, doing this work, man. All right, shedding off that old man. All right, putting off the ways, of wickedness, man. All right, studying the scriptures, man. Getting to know Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Getting to know His name. Getting to know what He wants you to do, man. Getting to know His Son's name. All right, getting to know Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man. It says, "It shall be quiet from the fear of evil." Okay, so there's hope at the end of the tunnel, man. All right. Let me get this 9%. All right, Zechariah chapter 13 and 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. All right. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them. I'm gonna read verse 8 again, Slakia. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, all right, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. All right, so 2/3 of the nation of Israel are going to be cut off and be burnt up and die, man. All right, get killed, man, be slain, get burnt up. All right, but the third shall be left therein. All right, the believers, the 144,000 in the innumerable multitude, man. All right. Verse 9, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. All right? Because they have the name, man. All right? Through the men of Great Millstone. All right? The men of Great Millstone are calling on the true names, man. The right names. Through the Spirit, through faith, man. All right. And I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God, Yahweh. All right. First Thessalonians 4 and 17. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh. Okay, what is that speaking about? Are you being beamed up into the chariots? Okay, you being beamed up into the so-called UFOs, man. All right. That's what that's speaking about, all right? This is Matthew, which shall be the only escape from, these troubling times. Matthew 24 and 13. 24 and 13. Matthew 24 and 13. For he that But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Okay? That's just self-explanatory, man. Alright? Not by you're not saved already, man. Nobody is saved already. Okay? You have to endure. You have to make it, man. You have to be chosen first off, alright? You have to endure these times to come, man. Endure the times that you're in right now, alright? And he that shall endure unto the end, not being raptured up, alright? Not saying I believe, so I'm already saved. No, man, that's false. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved, alright? So you have to go through some things for you to be saved, man, alright? You have to go through a lot. Alright? You being saved, beamed up into the church is, you have to go through some things. You have to be chosen, man. You have to put in the work of Yahweh Shemal Shai. Alright? You have to be favored in the eyes of the Lord, man. Alright? Wisdom of Solomon 5:22. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Right? What is that speaking about? Right? When these heathens, when these people, these wicked people, man, see the salvation of the Israelites, the salvation of the remnant, right? The one for the chosen, man, the elect. Alright? They're gonna be in terrible fear because they're gonna be seeing Yahweh Shah break through the clouds, alright, the nukes flying, alright, the so-called UFOs, the chariots, coming out of nowhere, out of the sky, seeing Yahweh Shai come out of nowhere. They're going to be in terrible fear, all right, because they've never seen anything like it, all right? They're not going to see anything like it, man, all right, because it's going to be it's going to be some otherworldly, man, all right? It shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. The what? The strangeness of his salvation. All right. What's that strange? What's that strangeness of salvation? All right. The elect, the 144,000, the remnant, being beamed up into the so-called UFOs. All right. The so-called UFOs, the chariots of the Lord. That's strange, man. And that's what the scriptures speak about, man. All right. So far beyond all that they looked for. Okay? Well, what are people looking for? Alright, they're looking for people to be just raptured up, man. That's what Christians believe, man. Being raptured, man. Alright? And how many people believe in Christianity? Multitudes upon multitudes, man. It's the most believed religion, man. But what the Lord say? A remnant shall be saved, man. Alright? The path to, the Lord speaks about, the scriptures speak about the narrow path, all right? Not the broad way, man, all right? The broad path, all right? So yeah, man. In Christianity, if you believe in Christianity and the Lord's name is so-called Jesus, all right? If you're still calling on Jesus, man, you're on that broad path, man, all right? Psalms. Psalm 68:17. The chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels. Okay? Even the angels are going to come, man. All right, in the chariots, outside of the chariots, all right? All right, the archangel Michael, man. All right? Michaela, all right? The Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place. All right? This is the Lord's army, man. All right? Esau, the so-called white man, he has his army, his military, man, his space force, his firepower, man, his guns, his military, man. But the elect, the chosen, man, all right, so Israel, man, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the remnant, the believers, their army is this. This is their army, man. The chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place, man. All right. And there's accounts of the U.S. military trying to shoot down these so-called UFOs, the chariots of the Lord, and they can't, man. They can't. All right. And there's gonna be thousands, 20,000s. All right. Of so-called chariots, man. So-called chariots. The chariots of the Lord, man. All right. So-called UFOs. All right. All right. This is Isaiah, the last scripture. Isaiah 35 and 5. Isaiah chapter 35, verse 5. Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened. That is not what I wanted. Oh. How you doing?
Good, man. How you, brother?
Doing great. Isaiah 31, verse 5. This is what I wanted. Isaiah chapter 31, verse 5. This is how the Lord's coming, man. This is how the Lord's going to appear unto the world, man. This is how he's going to reveal himself. Isaiah chapter 31, verse 5. As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it. Okay? So the Lord is coming as birds flying, man. He's coming as, how do you see birds? Yeah, how do birds, how do they fly, man? All right? In that V angle, man. All right? All right? As flying, you see birds flying together, all right, in a flock, all right? That's how the Lord's coming with his chariots, man. In a big flock, okay? All right? The so-called UFOs, man. Have you guys seen the Independence Day? All right? How that big old chariot revealed itself, man. It's, from the sky, all right? There's a big mountain, okay? Defending also, all right, it says, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem, okay? He's going to redeem his elect, man, all right? Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it, okay? All right, I'm going to leave it at that. I pray that this was edifying. All praise, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakak Wadash, DTA, and Abba. Until next time, Shalom.